Since late 2020, American families wanting to purchase a home have been locked in a seemingly unwinnable battle with home sellers and the real estate market as a whole when it comes to affordability. Unfortunately for potential home buyers, the victories have seemed to be going to the sellers, with median home sales prices rising here in Atlanta from $254,000 in May of 2020 all the way up to where they are today at $390,000. That increase in home prices is insane, rising over 53% in a little bit over 3 years. Many potential home buyers, especially those looking to buy their first home, have simply been priced out of the most sought after areas and more commonly priced out of home ownership altogether. On top of that, beginning in January of 2022, mortgage interest rates went through the roof, rising from around 3% to nearly 8% in an even shorter amount of time in just around a year and a half. Now, it's anyone's guess what happens next, but before we cover the company providing a possible solution for homeowners still looking for an affordable mortgage rate, I'm going to ask you to subscribe right now. This channel is dedicated to offering insights, market data, and real information so you can make the best out of this real estate market, and that's whether you're a buyer, seller, or investor. I've been selling real estate here in Metro Atlanta for over 6 years and maintain a reputation for giving my clients the true information, even when it sometimes comes at my own expense. So if you can appreciate someone giving you the truth without an ulterior motive, I simply ask that you subscribe, like, and share this video, and maybe you or someone you know can benefit from this information that we're going to discuss today. Also, if you need help buying or selling a home anywhere in the world, I can help you. Just hit the link in the description and fill out the form, and I'll personally see to it that you get the help you need. Lastly, if you're interested in understanding how the stock, bond, and crypto markets work and how to be a profitable trader, grab my course for $99 while it's on sale. I'll show you everything you need to know in an easy to understand format so you can build wealth forever. Link is also in the description. Thank you. Now let's talk about Rome, the new contender in the housing market looking to make housing more affordable or give sellers an actual way to find a buyer for their homes when buyer demand is at an all-time low, which it is right now. To learn about Rome, let's go straight to their website. And although they should be, they're not the sponsor of this video, trust me. So if you're interested in Rome, you should visit withrome.com. Of course, you can call me as your agent here in the Metro Atlanta area to help you navigate it. But let's take a look at their website together and see what they have to offer to buyers looking to find an affordable mortgage rate, or for sellers looking to sell their home and they're not finding any buyers because mortgage rates are insane, as I said before. Now, while we're on their website, it says your new home made affordable. Assuming a 2% mortgage could cut your payments in half, which is true. So from the looks of it, it looks like Rome is going to help you assume a mortgage payment. Now, here they say, why buy with Rome? Well, buying with Rome can cut your mortgage payments in half. They already said that at the top. And they have a chart here where they say, if you're buying a home without Rome, you'll be paying a 7.5% rate if you're lucky, or if you have a really good credit score. And with Rome, you can pay as low as a 2% interest rate. Translating into your monthly payment, if you buy a home without Rome, or the traditional way right now, you'll be paying around $3,500 per month, and with Rome and their program, you'll be paying about $1,850 per month. Sounds really good. According to Rome, using their program is easy to qualify, saying any buyer who qualifies for an FHA or a VA loan is likely eligible to assume a low-rate mortgage. And they also claim they have a simpler process, saying we'll navigate the process with the servicer on your behalf when you assume a mortgage, and there's no required appraisal. Very interesting there. So for those of you who are new to what an assumable mortgage is, they also break that down for you in the website, saying what is an assumable mortgage? Well, an assumable mortgage is a type of loan that allows home buyers to take over the existing mortgage terms from the seller. This can benefit buyers by allowing them to cut their monthly mortgage payments in half. All government-backed loans, such as FHA and VA loans, are eligible for assumption, and millions of these mortgages are available. Furthermore, what are customers saying about Rome? They're saying that Rome has been there every step of the way. With Rome, I found the perfect home for my family at an incredibly affordable rate. And then we have a review from an agent that says home ownership in Atlanta has become dramatically more affordable in the last year. Rome will be an invaluable tool to help us pull buyers off the sidelines. And they're saying this is how you work with Rome. Step 1, you discover listings, and it appears like they have listings on the site, which we'll go through in a moment. Get pre-approved, pretty much the same way that you'll get approved with a regular home purchase, and then you can close stress-free. Pretty simple 1, 2, 3 process. Now here's how Rome gets paid, because at the end of the day, they're not going to do this for you for free. So Rome collects a 1% fee through closing costs for making the process simple and stress-free. Some of the savings that they claim you'll see, and I don't necessarily doubt that you'll see those savings, especially with the much lower mortgage rate. They're saying that when you buy Rome, you could save up to $20,000 in your first year alone, $100,000 over the first 5 years. And with the one-time Rome fee, they say it's $5,500 based on a $500,000 mortgage at a $550,000 sales price. Their fee will be 1%, which once again breaks down to $5,500. By buying with Rome, you can save up to $94,500 in the first 5 years of owning your home. Interesting. Now, the homepage is geared more towards buyers. Let's take a look at what they have for sellers. So if somebody's looking to sell their home with or I guess on the Rome platform, why would they do that? Here it says you'll find 5 times more buyers, which is really good because I guess, more people will be interested in buying or assuming your loan. It's kind of like a time machine, being able to assume your loan at a 2 or 3% rate compared to having to buy a 7.5 or 8% rate. And I guess you would have more buyers. I don't know about 5 times more, but it definitely seems that way. And they also mention why to sell with Rome. They say that you can reach more buyers who can afford your home when you include your mortgage in your sale, meaning that you'll net higher proceeds. And once more buyers can afford your home, you'll receive more offers with higher proceeds too. I can see that. And once again, simpler process. It looks like they are offering the process to be really simple to have a loan assumed. And, from initial looks, it looks like it is a pretty simple process. There's a 3-step process for buyers, and I would assume that there's a 3-step process for sellers so that more buyers can purchase a home with a low rate included. And I guess they're saying that there are 55 million mortgages at a 3.5% mortgage rate, and there's 29 million at a 7% mortgage rate. They don't really delineate what specifically they're talking about here, but it says at the bottom, given a home valued at approximately $400,000 and a total of 120 million households. So if somebody from Rome wants to reach out about this specific part, I think the viewers would like to see exactly what you mean by this. But I can see it. Like, there are more people who will want to buy a home at a 3.5% rate, of course, than at a 7% rate. And of course, again, on the seller's page, they're breaking down an assumable mortgage for sellers. An assumable mortgage is the home loan that allows home buyers to take over the seller's existing mortgage. This allows the seller to attract many more buyers to their home sale. Great. And lastly, for sellers, I guess that since Rome collects their 1% fee from the buyer, then there's nothing to charge the seller. So it's completely free for sellers to use the Rome platform, which is good. So before we get into exactly a little bit more how Rome works, it looks like they have created a platform where people can search and find listings of sellers that are willing to have their mortgage assumed. I guess the goal behind this is because I have listings right now that people just simply can't afford. The numbers just don't match up. People can't afford listings very oftentimes at today's rates. And if you have a government-backed mortgage, then they can assume your mortgage and you'll be able to get 5 times more buyers according to Rome. Sounds pretty good, right? Now let's take a look at some of the listings on Rome. And after we take a look at some of the listings, I'll give you some feedback, let you know what I think. Please be sure to comment below what you think so far. But let's take a look at some of the listings that they have available in Metro Atlanta on Rome that you can buy right now. And wow, they have quite a few homes available here in Metro Atlanta, 690. So that's not bad at all. Let's take a look at some homes and see, what's going on and see if this would actually make sense for a lot of people. We've got this home here. This is located up in Chamblee. Really nice area. Let's take a look at this one. All right, so looking at this listing that they have over here in Chamblee, it looks like if you were to buy it the traditional route, you're going to be paying a 7.5% rate, and your monthly payments will break down to around $5,600 per month. And with Rome and the assumable mortgage, you can assume that mortgage, which I suppose is at a 3% rate, and it would drop your payment by over $2,300 per month down to $3,373, which is really an incredible deal. One thing to consider is that when you are assuming a mortgage, especially using this platform or really any platform that you're assuming a mortgage, you're going to have to pay the difference in what they owe on the mortgage and what they would like in terms of the purchase price for the home in cold hard cash. So for this particular home, your down payment would be $72,000. I guess that this is where it presents the first real barrier for the average person, because the average person may not have the $72,000. Then again, the average person also may not have the $5,600 per month. So in a sense, it's almost like pick your poison. But very nice home. If somebody does have the $72,000, they're going to get an incredible deal on this home because they're going to save almost $2,300 per month on their mortgage, which is a huge chunk of money and definitely something that you should look at if you have the $72,000 for this house. And now let's say if you don't have $72,000, which, a lot of people really don't have, or maybe they're not willing to part with it. If you do, then I guess this is a really great platform that you can save money and still be able to buy homes in today's market. But the good thing about the website here is that they have these filters put together so you can actually filter out based on how much money you have. So let's say if you were going to be putting down, I don't know, $40,000. All right, so one obstacle that I can see for the average person wanting to use this program is that we went from over 680 homes, I believe that it was, just on the regular no filters added, all the way down to 47 homes when we just took a look at a lower down payment. So when we dropped the down payment to $40,000, this is what we ended up coming out with. And as you can see, a lot of these homes are still pretty decent, especially this one here. This is a pretty decent home. Let's take a look at this one. So this home is actually in Stockbridge. And for those of you who have been watching my videos, you know that I actually live in Stockbridge. So this is actually not that far from me. But you can also see that the roam rate is at 5.5%. And your monthly payments will be $23.97 versus if you bought it the traditional route and had a 7.5% interest rate, your monthly payments would be $600 more. It's only $25,000 down. So you got to comment below. Do you think this is a good deal? Of course, obviously being able to save, $600 a month or $7,000 a year is still a really good deal while putting down $25,000. So ultimately, I think that Roam offers a really good product. It's just like anything else, right? You have to be able to use it. You have to be able to have the cash to make up the difference. But if you are somebody who's been sitting on the sidelines looking to purchase a home, or if you're somebody that's ready to sell a home, this definitely does offer a solution for what's going on with the housing market right now. Rates are too high for a lot of people, but then on the other side, people also don't have as much money saved up to be able to make that down payment. So overall, I think that Roam is a really good platform. I actually received a referral from somebody who works at Roam. Shout out to Tasha. They sent me a client who is relocating from New York. And in their scenario, it works out perfectly because they actually have the cash to make a sizable down payment and their mortgage is going to be really low. They're going to be able to get a home that's almost $400,000 and their monthly payment is going to be less than $1,500 a month. So what do you think? Is this a company you'll consider using, or is it another program that is out of touch for the average American and will only make things worse for the have-nots when it comes to housing? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And of course, please subscribe and we'll see you in the next one. This is A Trusted Realtor, Deal Closed.